All right, man. Get started again with wow, that's amazing. This is a reaction of a reaction. This YouTube channel goes by Anthony Spade, or I said YouTuber's name goes by Anthony Spade, and we're gonna go ahead and break down. Here's a breakdown of a video. We're gonna get in some deep game. It's really not that deep. I'm tired of all this blameology that we're doing on the women. You know how it's a weak society, how this society is going down. This, that, and the third. And as men, at the end of the day, it comes down to us. Everything that we do in this life is the blame of weak men. So there's a saying that goes that you are only as strong as the weakest person on your team. Now, if we look at the whole world as a team and we are quote unquote team men, boys, whatever you want to call it, the weakest man, I should say man, because man and boy are two different things. I say the weakest man, that's an adult of age. And I would say this, it's tough because men evolve differently, right? Not all males are men yet, right? Being a man takes accountability, responsibility, hard work, dedication. It takes a lot to become the man, right? So the weakest man, right? The one person, for example, a good example is this. In the hip hop world, we got DJ Academics, right? And Vlad TV and so others, and others, right? Now you look at a DJ Academics, he's a man, hard to say this, but he's a man that has money. He's a man that's made, right? But he's a man that's a lame, I would say, in my eyes, my opinion, because he lets money define him. Any argument that you try to go ahead and talk about his character flaws, I wouldn't say just bash his character, but his character flaws that he has, tricking, fucking with these hoes, letting his girlfriend get piped out by Tekashi 6ix9ine, hanging out with people such as Tekashi 6ix9ine, befriending them, things that I wouldn't do personally. I would go ahead and stay away from that. But how he rolls is not how a proper man should roll. But he's done his thing. He's done he's done his work to the point where he's making millions upon millions. I'm not saying he's the weakest man of all, but if you want to go ahead and compare that to, I don't know, for example, of somebody that's Andrew Tate. He's a well-made man with hardcore principles, and he stand by them by all means, right? Two different spectrums. They all both got money. One's definitely weaker than the other, as far as mindset, as far as being honorable, as far as holding themselves accountable and things like that. You can see the difference just in the body type, visualization. It's different. You can literally be a man with money, get no hoes, get nothing, get no attention because you don't stand by nothing. Compared to somebody that does. Now we're gonna go into this breakdown, and we're just gonna dissect it a bit. There's things I'm probably gonna agree with, and there's things I'm gonna disagree with, and put my own input in. So let's go ahead and start this video.
Friendship is so intense that
if you would have to get permission, obviously.
that's not a girl that's coachable.
Let's see what happens.
Nigga, what?
It'll be a time that fairy tale to the intro, and you want the link to the second channel. Both are below in the description. But can you do me a favor? Hit the notifications button right now. Alright guys, today I got about 5 videos for you. The first video is going to be 50 Cent breaking down how relationship works and how he views relationships. And I think that this makes perfectly good sense when he breaks it down and explains why he's always single and on his purpose, but seems to have kids.
Hey,
It just
one
come
thing
out of nowhere.
I hate
Next,
to
we got
be a little bit nitpicky here. Why this man got shades on, bro? Why this man got shades on? And he's in his like room or whatever, his green room, wherever he does his content. Why this man got shades on? You could see damn near everything that's in this on his desk. Shit's funny as hell, man. If this was if this was high definition, bro, I'll be able to see. If this was 4K, I should say, I would be able to see all this shit. This shit look crazy over here, man.
we have Sneeko is going to be asking a man, when is it okay to be with another woman? And what his woman says is very shocking, but what his woman says has released a lot of clues that I want you guys to pay attention to that you normally would not pay attention to, because you will overreact, and this one would definitely go over your head. Pay attention to this one. Next video, we have my man Myron is going to be, and this, feel like there's some steps that you need. All right, next video is
hold up, bro. Why the fuck? This dude just wasting time, bro. Get straight into it, dog. Like, bro, he showed previews of the preview and doing a preview what's coming up. Bro, just get into it. What the fuck? Alright. I think this is where the video actually starts.
And what this girl does, alright, let's get down to the first video, which is going to be 50 Cent breaking down relationships. Let's get to it.
It gets out of hand to the point that there's no friendship.
Right.
Look, people go from being friends,
Right.
and because you're adults, if time permits it and you're around each other, you're attracted to each other, the intimacy kicks in. It gets deeper, they start to call each other boyfriend and girlfriend. Later on, you start to feel like that friendship is so intense that you can be with this person for the rest of your life.
Right.
So you say, let's get married. You get married, it's cool. And how you can go back to not even being friends in process?
It's crazy.
I'll never understand it.
He's absolutely right. That's what happens when you break down the relationship between a guy and a woman, is that it always starts off as a friendship. Everybody starts off getting along. Once emotions are involved, you can never go back to that friend zone again because of all the pain that comes with it. I tell a lot of people, I don't believe in telling somebody that you love them. I just don't believe that you should ever tell it. I don't think a woman should tell a man that she loves him, and a man should tell a woman that.
Let's stop it right there. 50 Cent has a good point. It's very interesting how one can go from really rocking with a chick, it gets so intense to the point that you want to be boyfriend and girlfriend, and not even just marriage, even just become boyfriend and girlfriend, or feeling exclusive with somebody, and from there, it gets to the point where, let's say, one of y'all betrayed each other, thinking that y'all are the only one, and from there it falls apart. But we were just cool, just a year ago or just 6 months ago, whatever it was. You know what I'm saying? Me personally, I would legitimately say that I've had only one so-called girlfriend. I proclaim and say, hey, this is my girl. Any other relationship that I have been in, definitely started off like as a, friendship, fuck buddy, friends with benefits, and then, grew into a relationship that seemed exclusive, at least to one party. And I've always been a man to be upfront about my intentions. I'm never afraid I don't play that game about I'm going to try to make her my girlfriend so I can fuck. No, I always let my intentions be known, especially if their ask is, hey, look, Especially if a lady asks. If a lady asks, I'm definitely saying it. So what's your intention? Oh, look, I'm trying to fuck. Well, I'm trying to dick you down and get you. You know what I'm saying? And I would say when I was here's a crazy thing. I believe if you know, between the ages of 18 to 25, that shit works. Like women would be down. I feel like as the older you get, some women would be down still, but it's not as much as when you're younger, right? Both of y'all both new to the world. Y'all trying to learn each other, and if you tell a lady about your intentions, and give her the option. Look, you don't want to be a tyrant. Give her the option whether to rock with you or not. Don't be playing motherfuckers. Like I'm talking about, like playing with their emotions, where you're not being true to yourself and true to them. Right. So when it gets to that point, you really ain't. Me personally, I feel like you just ain't shit. You don't give a fuck, right? If you can't tell a lady, you can't tell a woman in her face the truth about what's going on and what your intentions are, then you're pussy to me. You know what I'm saying? Like, that shit don't work. I know either way, they're going to feel broken. I remember one time I was in a relationship. I would say I was in relations with this lady. It's been like, it was going on 3, almost 4 years. Got caught up, thought she was my bottom, thought she was my man, and stuff happened. She went through my phone and, she was like, I thought we were exclusive, blah, blah, blah. I told her I had to bring it back because I told her in the very beginning, I'm like, I'm here to just, mess around, fuck, type shit. And she was one of my favorites. Should I have locked it down? Possibly. But you live and you learn. My biggest thing is I'm learning to know what love is, right? I'm learning to know what I will want in a woman for the future, right? I messed up on this one earlier just to know what I'm looking for in the future. If I do want to settle down with a woman, I know exactly what the prototype is and I want better. So, she brought that, she's like, I thought we were exclusive, and I had that shit in my back pocket like, yo, this is what it really is. You forgot. I did tell you about this how I'm rolling. I never asked you to be my girlfriend. It hurt me to say it too. I ain't gonna lie. When I did tell her that, oh yeah, she was distraught. She was hurt. But she couldn't say anything. She knew I was right. But I'll say one thing. I also blame myself because I kind of made it feel that way too. Even though those feelings were getting heightened, day after day. Especially after 3 years, you messing with a chick and you don't even claim her, but she's still rocking with you like that. You don't claim her as in, yeah, she was still my lady, but I didn't claim her like, yo, this is my girlfriend. You feel me? I never portrayed that to the world. Never portrayed it. You know what I'm saying? But I portrayed that, hey, this is the lady that I'm rocking with. So I do understand. I would never agree to the point where you say, you don't say that you love her. I mean, love is a feeling, but love is not long lasting either. So don't get it confused. I think ladies get it confused, women get it confused because women are unstable. They're like a roller coaster. Like what's crazy? Women, I believe if you line up 100 men and 100 women, and they say how many men and how many women love to go to the amusement park, like Six Flags, SeaWorld, I would say 90% of the women love to go to go on roller coasters, go on those amusement parks and all that stuff. I would say maybe 50%, maybe 40% of the men would say that they love to do that. Because women love to initiate stuff like that. Oh, let's go to Six Flags, this, that, and the third. They love roller coasters. Me personally, I'm not a roller coaster guy. I've gotten on a roller coaster, but when things are out of my control, you know what I'm saying? Like in that sense, you feel all the pressure of, you know, going up and down that roller coaster and around and around. Yeah, that shit I ain't gonna lie, that shit a little scary compared to being on the plane. I don't mind being on the plane, but on a roller coaster, you never know. You know what I'm saying? At least with an airplane, you might have time to go ahead and save yourself. With a roller coaster, you ain't got no time to save yourself. You feel me? So it's two different things. But yeah, at the end of the day, love is just a feeling. You feel love. Love is not everything, but women like to make it out to be, but they don't even know what that is. It's up and down, you know. But you want to make your woman feel loved at the end of the day. So if you gotta say you love her, right? But you gotta understand, love is definitely a condition. It's very conditional, or at least can be very conditional. You know, when you have kids, that's a different type of feeling or love or whatever you want to call it. I know there's a certain word for that, but at the end of the day, you want to make your woman feel loved. So if you got to say that, say that. But you got to, as a man, understand the mental difference. Love is an emotion. Fill your lady with emotion. Good emotion, of course, right? Because you filling up your lady with good emotions brings out the best in her, and if she's a really good woman, can bring out the best in you. Emotions are the driver of the universe. A lot of people don't understand that. If you're living on this earth, there's a reason why it's called Mother Earth. Mother Earth is very unpredictable, right? It can cause mass destructions, but it can create beautiful things as well. You take care of the ground that's around you. You fill it with love, right? It will bring love back and plenty more if taken care of properly. What this guy is saying, it's kind of corny. You feel me? And I used to be like that when I was younger. But that's because I never knew what real love was, right? Or what that love actually is, shown physically. Because my parents were not together. They were separated. They weren't divorced, but they were definitely separate. Living in two different states. You know, always arguing when they, saw each other. So I never really saw that. But, so I understood love is always conditional, especially with the opposite sex. But let's go ahead and carry on here.
That he loves her, because you're placing expectations on the relationship that the other person may not be ready for.
Which is true.
If you learn to just like someone, then you can always deal with that person, and there's not enough pressure for them to be someone.
And then I understand what you're saying, but you can like someone and still tell them I love you and still mean it. Because I'm pretty sure you truly do, at least in that very moment. And there's moments where you're going to hate the person, and that's just emotions. But as a man, you got to understand the difference of balancing out the difference. Don't let you get out of character and let you go overboard with those emotions. You know what I'm saying? I'm not telling y'all to be a robot. Don't need to be that. But, fill your woman up with love. Make her feel special. And there's times where you can make her feel like shit in certain moments, right? There's certain things. You don't got to go over the top, but if you understand what you're doing, you understand the game. Women love to be played with, period. You got to play the game. As far as, yes, be true with your intentions. And if you feel like this is the lady for you, or she's one of your mains, yeah, fill her with love. Fill her with love. Make her feel welcome. Make her feel at home. You know what I'm saying? Once you continuously do that, and even if you've done wrong in front of her eyes, hold on, I gotta pause this shit. Sorry about that. Niggas was knocking on the door. Had to answer. So let's get back to the video.
So learn to just like someone, stop saying the word love, and show it more than you say it. Next video is going to be my man Sneeko
Yes, he
asking when is
recovered.
a good time for a man to be with another woman. Let's get to it.
You would have to.
When is it okay to cheat?
I would
Am I say
say
so?
never.
If you would have to get permission,
What the
obviously.
fuck?
That's cheating. It doesn't really make sense.
Oh shit, we got hit with the ad.
That's true.
That's the dumbest thing you've ever said to me. It's okay.
I don't even know. Hold up. First and foremost, you can tell this lady has a dominant personality. First and foremost, she wants to be in control of anything. She don't care what you do. She just wants to make sure she has a say so. You can tell that off rip. If they're together, I don't know if they are, but if they are together, you could tell this guy. If you want to compare him to anybody, I guess you could compare him to Russell goddamn Wilson, because he looks like the type that is not okay with that and believes in just being with one lady. I feel like that's what he's about to say, like he's not okay with that. But he's in a relationship with a dominant lady. At least, I guess. Here's one thing. Here's one thing about these type of Russell Wilson type of guys. They can be in a relationship with somebody that has a dominant voice or characteristics, and let them feel empowered, but make it also seem like they're always in control of their situation. You know, with me personally, I'm not okay with, my lady going ahead and talking on the line. I'm gonna have to go ahead and correct that. First and foremost, it's weird if they are together. This couple here is together. But let's go ahead and continue on, because I don't want to say too much.
Thanks.
I'm not trying. Well, this is gonna be on YouTube, isn't it?
That was a really genuine moment. When is
Okay. He asks, when is a good time for a guy to be with another woman? And she says, well, only if I okay it. And he says, well, if you okay it, then you'll be okay in me cheating. Well, guess what? He's right, but he's missing out. See, women want the guy that can have other women. They want the guy who wants another woman other than them. See, she just told her herself.
Okay.
She said, yeah, I'll.
How he's saying it is weird, bro. It's just weird. He's correct, but it's basically like this. Not just want, because I believe most women do know that men want other women, but women want to be with a guy knowing that he can get other women. You feel me? She wants to be with an attractive male, right? Because she's gonna talk to all her friends, right? She's gonna talk to her friends like, "Oh, what do you think about him? Is he cute? This, that, and the third." If the friends approve, then she's all the way with it. And there's times where friends disapprove, and she still may be with it because she still likes the guy. But rarely does that happen. But the thing is, women are really group thinkers. They're group thinkers. Most women are. Unless you like this lady over here on the right, on the far right. You can't see her on the screen right now. But that lady, she's an independent thinker. But, she wants to be the man, masculine energy in the relationship. She wants to have the dominant personality. She might have been the only child. Who the fuck knows? But this bitch here, yeah, she's the one where her friends probably saying, I don't know about this one. And she's like, fuck that. I'm going to do it anyways. Because she wants to be in control of the situation at all times. That's that type of lady, archetype. As far as the rest of these women, most women are group thinkers and selfish too, as well. Because men, they look at men as something that what they can gain from them, right? What can he provide for me? Not as far, and this is beyond money, or not even included in just money. even though money helps with the provisions of things or the providing of things. Um, she looks at it. Oh, can this man give me love, affection, and this, that, and the third at all times? There's some women that look at it like that, and you know they're not looking to really have that man. They want somebody that's, I wouldn't say a loser, but somebody that's not as intimidating. It really can go both ways. It really can. Honestly, it's a touchy subject. I ain't gonna lie. It is a real touchy subject. But I'll say this. Most women want the guy that has the confidence to go ahead and get it. That's for certain. They want to get with the guy that can go ahead and get it. Now, it really kind of goes back to the point. It really goes both ways because there's women that will be intimidated by that and they don't want that. They would rather have somebody that's not that. They would rather have somebody that's not a go-getter. They would rather have somebody that go, hey, to fucking Netflix and chill with them all fucking day. I'm talking to a lady right now that all she does is game. I'm gonna say no. I'm capping. That's a little cap. But basically, she works from home. And after she's done working from home, she gets on and plays Fortnite or Call of Duty. I'm like, what the fuck? And the crazy thing is she looks pretty good, so I'm just trying to get the cheeks. I'm trying to see what that's about. You feel me? I'm trying to see what the head game is. But like the more I get in the conversation with her, the more I'm just like, I don't know about. I already don't know if I want to even waste my time and spend my energy or exchange the energy with this lady because it's just turning me off the fact that she like even if we start talking about evolving things, she's the type that just wants to work the 9 to 5 life until she dies. Like basically, she doesn't want anything too risque, complicated. She's not focused on business. She's not focused on, and she's not even wanting to even be a part of the man's business. If she was willing to be with the man, I'm like, damn. Like to me, that's showing me that just unsupported. You know what I'm saying? If you even want to be with a lady and spend your time with a lady, you want to make sure that the lady that you are with and spending your most of your time, y'all can really grow together. You can make the teamwork can make the dream work. You being the leader and she following the pitch and she can go ahead and rock with that. If she can't rock with that, it's gonna be hard. And it's really a waste of your time, honestly. She's just a fuck buddy. That's what she is. Most women don't even know what they are because when you're dealing with somebody that really wants to go ahead and get it and they think this dude's a douchebag or he's an asshole and this, that, and the third because he's trying to go ahead and get it, but you just want to lay your lazy ass on that motherfucking couch and go ahead and watch fucking TV and fucking play video games. You just a fuck buddy. You can get them other cats that just want to be just like you. It ain't happening with me. I've already had my time with video games. I'm done with that. I saw my PS4 2017, I want to say. 2018 or something like that. One of those 2 years. Never looked back. For real. So, I'm trying to figure out how to get this paper by any means necessary. This is one of the ways. I ain't gonna lie to you. Yeah, I want to make a buck out of YouTube too. But hey, back to these reactions. I'm still kicking up real game though. This is really how I rock.
I would let you go be with another woman, but you're pretty much saying, oh no, I just want to be with you. But her subconscious mind is talking. Why? Because the question is an impulse question. She doesn't have time to rebuttal, so she only has time to speak the truth. When women have to speak fast, they're going to speak the truth.
And here's the thing. I don't like how this guy's saying women be speaking the truth, they have to speak fast, which is true. Or that's true, but saying this is true for all women, that's ludicrous. you know what I'm saying, to go ahead and to go ahead and generalize this on every woman is quite ludicrous. Now, do most women? It's debatable, but I can say from my experience, if I had to really think, from my experience, I quote unquote cheated or something like that, even though we weren't necessarily boyfriend and girlfriend. I'll say this. It's emotionally damaging to the woman if you don't tell her, right? Or she has to find out, or if you do tell her, it's emotionally damaging. And one of two things can happen, right? She will stay for a little while, right? She will stay for a little while, but she's low key mentally checking out of the relationship before she physically checks out the relationship. You know what I'm saying? That's how the game really goes. You know what I'm saying? And if she's not really okay with it, she's gonna try. She can't necessarily. She's not ready to leave because she doesn't have anything lined up yet. This is how women work. They need something to be lined up for their comforts. So if she does catch you, most women, she does catch you cheating. Yeah, she might stay. Oh, but there's a time she gonna fucking leave your ass because she getting something lined up. Now you gotta be that person for her. It's going. The crazy thing is, depending on who you are during that time frame when you did cheat, right? If you're really successful and you're really about what you say and about what you do, you're a man of your word for the most part. Besides you just cheating, she gonna stay. She will stay until she finds the right replacement. You know what I'm saying? She's trying to level up. And she can't level up. She's, you know what I'm saying? She don't have the right male friends around her, you know what I'm saying? Then it's going to take a longer time for her to leave. You know, I had chicks, I would say a year. I had chicks after they, found out, it took them a year or two to actually leave me. Just because of what I was placing down in the bedroom, in the mind, who I was, who I was then, you know what I'm saying? Took them a little while to go ahead and leave that fully. Some of them came back and still out the deep because they just couldn't get enough of me. But I say this. If it's really your lady, she really don't want you to do that. She probably wants to have like that, the dude. She just don't want you to go ahead and step out and actually do it. That's what I would say about that. As far as, let's say, if you're single and she's single, of course she wants the motherfucking guy that can get every bitch. But that's not your girl. It's just your girl for the night. You feel me? That's how the real game is. That's how it really goes. What he's saying is true, but it ain't fully factual. He don't really understand. I don't think he fully understands the game, grasp of the game, or has been with enough ladies to even say that, or have been in a real serious relationship. This is a man that says he don't even believe in saying I love you to a girl. Come on now. Come on now. Come on now. Come on now. How do you actually know what the relationship is about? The relationship ain't really for the male, it's for her. You just providing, your time, energy, and some dick in this motherfucker. If you understand the game, that's just how it is. And a man should never be alone too long. It can be detrimental. You don't got that physical peace. Now, if you want to go ahead and hold down for a little while for this lady until you can go ahead and venture out and get some other new shit, then so be it. I mean, it's going to happen at the end of the day. He's trying to make the game too finite. I mean, finite. I don't know if that's the correct term, but he's trying to make it too like square-ish. Like you know what I'm saying? Like it's either this or nah, bro. You kind of have to treat every lady as if they're different. If they reveal they're the same as the past, and they reveal it. You feel me? But you never go into the mindset of just thinking all women are the same, and they want this, that, and the third. Because now you're gonna start demanding things that this bitch is gonna look at you crazy. Once you start, you can't give like you can't give women the game of the logic of the man. That's for her to really find out. And you got to go ahead and, lay down the law of what your do's and don'ts are, of course, for you. But don't give her the goddamn game of the logic of the man. She going to look at you crazy. Never do that. I think I've done that before, and I've seen why. It just doesn't work. You're just not going to get what you want to get. You feel me? You're just gonna. I mean, at the end of the day, I don't think it was probably gonna work in the beginning because she's so combative about X, Y, and Z. It was just never gonna happen. Or if it did happen, you would fuck you got yourself in a relationship. You know what I'm saying? So it's just like it is what it is. But let's go ahead and continue.
Her subconscious mind didn't have time to think. So she's saying, yes, you can go be with another woman. I may be attracted to you wanting to go be with another woman, so I feel like I have something of value. I tell guys all the time, women are going to gravitate towards the guy that get all the women, not the guy who try to make one woman his own. All right, next video we got lined up is going to be my man Myron on Fresh and Fit. It's going to be breaking down why guys should not be dealing with single moms. And I think it's very important that you guys watch this video because in modern day world, majority of you men out there that are dating, you're probably saying, where are the women who do not have kids, and the women who do not have kids typically are very combative. So let's get to it.
Best interest to take care of you and the kids.
I'm not asking him to take care of my kids.
But he's inevitably gonna have to step in that role if he takes you seriously.
I would give the same advice to a single mom that I would give to somebody asking me a question like starting a business or something, okay? If somebody comes to you and they're like, hey, I want to do this, like, will I be successful? There's always one question that you ask this person. What are you offering to whatever world you want to get in that nobody else can get? And if you don't know the answer to that immediately, and you want to be talent, you want to be content creator, you want to be an influencer, you want to be a small business, if you don't have an answer immediately, you need to go back to the drawing board. If you don't even know what people will go to you for that is above and beyond the competitors, then why would anybody go to you? What are you offering that's so much better than a woman that is the same as you but doesn't have a kid? So if you're a single mom, you can do it. You have to work a lot harder than somebody that isn't.
Yeah.
There's a reason why men like young, attractive girls, because men want a girl that's coachable, that's younger, that doesn't come with baggage.
So a girl with a kid can't be coachable.
Probably not, because here's the thing, she has a child, she's gonna...
Very good point. This is definitely true. You always see this, especially if you're on dating apps. You always see that in their fucking bio. You know what I'm talking about. You know they're saying what I'm talking about. My kids are my world. Alright, bitch, shut the fuck up. No shit. They're not your world, but they're part of your world. That's what the real deal is. Like, yes. You want to put your kid above certain things, but your kid is not above you personally. Hear me out, though. Your kid is not going to interfere in your relationship or whatever relationship you want. You cannot allow your kids to do that because at the end of the day, your kids are going to grow up and be their own person. You are with your kids for a finite amount of time before the world go ahead and takes care of them. And if you really break it down, the world already takes care of them more than you take care of your kid. You want to know why? They say it's a Nigerian. It's an African proverb that it takes a village to raise a child. Now, if we are in the world of smartphones, smart TVs, and all the internet access possible, and we got these young kids getting them phones at the age of 4 or 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. You feel me? They're on their phones all day paying attention to what that got to say than what you got to say. They're seeing examples of different things every single day. So for you to say that your kids are your world, that's damn near false. Unless you're homeschooling these hoes. These kids, I should say, these hoes, goddamn. Unless you're homeschooling these kids, then they're not your world. They're not every day, every second there with you, or you're there with them. You got them in public school. You got them in school, period, with other people. You know, they're going to raise them. The shit that they see on the internet, that's going to raise them. You know? So if you're not there on these defining moments and really breaking down and really putting stipulations, these ladies ain't got no real man taking care of their kids. You got the internet full of distractions. Talking about, oh, they're my world. Shut the fuck up. I don't know if you know this. Most women, when they do have their first child, I believe there's this thing called postpartum. Correct me if I'm wrong, but it's basically where it's called postpartum depression, I believe. It's basically where it's just a chemical imbalance of the lady, of the woman, after they have their kid, where they feel depressed because they have their kid, because of the responsibilities that may happen. They even want to. They even want, I don't even want to know if I'm not monetized or anything, but I just don't want this thing to get banned from YouTube or anything. But they even want to go ahead and delete their child, I should say. They want to go ahead and delete the child or the children. Case in point, way back, long time ago, Casey Anthony, I want to say that's the lady that wanted to go ahead and delete 3 of her kids in Florida. Because of that reason only, shoot. I'm telling you, like, and there's other cases too. A matter of fact, I had a lady that her friend felt that way about her child. It's gonna happen. There's things that chemically happen, hormonally happen to women when they go through these phases in life, because that's literally their life. It's find a good man or find a man, get in a relationship, evolve into either having kids or going or getting married, whatever happens. For each phase is a big contribution to her emotions, and it's gonna be a huge roller coaster, a huge battle to go ahead and balance as a man. You got to be ready for that things if that stuff does happen. You got to be forefront of the thing, in forefront, because I'm going to say this: mistakes will happen, and when those mistakes will happen, is how you react really creates the person that you are. At the end of the day, yeah, Myron is right. They're going to be more combative if they have kids. They feel like they know it all because it's the next step of their womanhood, and they feel like they're being matured now. They feel like they know it all now, because their baby daddy treated them dirty and they left them with the 2 kids or a kid or whatever it is. Now they feel hurt. Now they feel like men are X, Y, and Z. You know what I'm saying? They feel like they know the game. They got a lot of energy going on. You know what I'm saying? So it's definitely a shift in their minds. There's some women that still are feminine in their sense because that's true in their nature. I'm not saying all women are like this, but there's women that's still true in their nature. They got done wrong, unfortunately, and I've known some women that have been through this that are very feminine in nature, done wrong, and they still looking for a good man to go and take care of them. But opposites do attract, and they so happen to always get the bad ones, and they gonna fuck it up for a real one like myself and some others. So it's just like, at the end of the day, you win some, you lose some. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna end up figuring it out. You're gonna figure it out, man. But yeah, I agree with what Myron, I believe his name is Myron, insane.
Have to have allegiance to her baby daddy to some degree. So I'm not going to have 100% authority, but I'm going to have 100% responsibility over that child.
He's absolutely right. He is absolutely right. And that makes perfectly good sense. See, what...
And another thing is, I don't condone into marrying somebody that already has a child with another man. But if you do, go ahead and dabble into that field. Understand those kids are not yours. Do not go in that situation thinking that, shit's going to change overnight. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, it does take a village to raise a child. But also, understand that ain't your child either. So the love is going to be different. The feelings are going to be different. And make sure you put that in perspective at all times. You can go ahead and dibble dabble with the mother, all that jazz. But understand her baby daddy coming on so often. You know what I'm saying? She's hearing two minds going. Two men can't serve two masters now. There's two men now in the situation trying to have authority over a certain thing. He's trying to have authority over the children, and you're trying to have authority over her. And that can go crazy. That can go crazy, especially with women dealing with so much energy back and forth like that. They're not going to be stable. It's an FYI. So it's better to understand the game before you get in it, because the only thing you do, if you do get in, you can only blame yourself and not the game, because the game is to be played. The game is to be played at all times. Play the game wisely, and you can unscathe, or you can escape. What's the term I'm trying to use? You can go ahead and get away without, being burned. So, yeah.
Single mothers need to understand is that your child is your baby. It's the package deal. It's everything. A man that takes you seriously has to accept everyone, but you have to understand he's only attracted to you. So when it comes to your baggage, that's just another person, because he has no attachment to it. But if he's dealing with you, you're placing responsibility on him to help you take care. That's the problem that a lot of you guys out there are going to be facing, because it's a thankless job. Stepdaddies is a thankless job, no matter what.
Look, being a man is a thankless job in itself, for the most part. Being a man in general, there's a lot of things that you're going to do, and you feel like you put a lot of effort, and you're not going to get the absolute best gratitude received back for the things that you have done. Most women don't even give a fuck. They don't even understand. Women say they can be like men, or the women that do say that they can be like men don't understand that the only reason why they have rights is because of men. The only reason why they even have a voice is because of men. The only reason why they're able to go to babble their mouth is because of men. Because if we wanted to go ahead and today and say, fuck what you say, we can go ahead and do that with women. And there's more women than men, but men will go ahead and overtake that anytime, any day. It's just like the slave and the master. There's more slaves than the master, but for some reason the master has more power, more authority, because of the hierarchy, almost like on a spiritual level. And hear me out. When I say on a spiritual level, even though it's a very good and bad, black and white concept of, damn, it's bad to own slaves, you know what I'm saying? But to be a slave, you're spiritually broken too. At a certain point, not saying that you cannot get up out of that and free yourself, but you are really spiritually broken. Now you are owned by this person or their family, and you're doing things for him unwillingly. Yeah, that's a spiritual thing. It hurts. It hurts a lot more. Now, I almost lost my point on why I was saying this. But yeah, I think it's going back to the men and women, like you were saying. There's more women than men on this earth. You got the slave and the master. There's more slaves than the master. They could overtake that plantation. But spiritually, they're not able to. You know, they weren't able to until you had helps of the white men that wanted those slaves free. Maybe, you know, we can go back and forth about the agendas that were behind it, reasons why they really want them to be free, but who knows. But, you know, women that talk like that are delusional. Women that do talk like that are delusional. And because of the internet made by a man, you know, you could allow foolishness slides. And this is what I'm talking about as far as the weakest man. People who made this internet are not necessarily considered hard to say, considered alpha male, I should say, right? They're not considered the alpha male. If you compare Andrew Tate to a Bill Gates, you want to be Andrew Tate and not Bill Gates, even though Bill Gates is a fucking billionaire, for sure. And he has made Microsoft and things like that very popular. Like, you know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, most people would rather, most men want to be Andrew Tate than Bill Gates, even though Bill Gates got most of the money. You know what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, yeah, I'm low key. I'm just missing I'm missing where I want to go. I need to start writing down and stuff. But at the end of the day, this is the reason why men are able to be dominant. But this is also the reason why we are only as strong as our weakest male or men out the group. Because if you got a billionaire that's allowing the things that he created, like, for example, Instagram, which is on my Facebook now, banning Andrew Tate, but you're able to go ahead and show a whole bunch of nudity, twerking videos, XYZ on Instagram, but you want to go ahead and ban a person's voice about his opinion, and he's not going ahead and flaunting any nudity or anything like that, or promoting anything crazy. That's because of another man being able to go ahead and allow this to happen. Like, the creators of that were able to allow this to happen. So at the end of the day, women only have power as long as we give them to. It's our fault. Now, yes, we're in a matrix, but within the matrix, you can make your own matrix. You didn't know that, did you? You can make your own world, especially in America. You can live by your own means, especially in America, or at least be an American citizen. Almost anywhere in the world. But I know it's better here in America because the opportunity is far better, right? You could be your own person, have your own matrix, because it's all mindset. 80% of the game out here, 80% of the things that you do out here is all mental. The other 20% is just you being here physically. So we make our world a reality based on our mentality. That's a bar. You feel me? At the end of the day, going back to that, you know what I'm saying? We allow women to do this, and we are the ones to blame. Going on the internet and spitting or spouting and crying about women do this, how the men can't do this and get away with that. We have a responsibility as men. Unfortunately, fortunately, we have a responsibility as a man to go ahead and call out these things and make things right in the world. Now, it takes power, in numbers to go ahead and have a lot of men accumulate together and agree that certain things shouldn't be on here, and they will get them passed. But we got a whole bunch of weak men, people making money off the content. You know what I'm saying? America is really about do what you want to do to make money. No real morals involved. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, so you know it's a really do what you got to do to get yours. So if you do what you got to do to get yours, anything goes. And if anything goes, yeah, a woman is a anything goes type of person. She's a roller coaster. She's emotional. She's up and down. She round and round. She want to go have fun. Next thing you know, she crying. You know what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, if you just let it run, however, yes, the feminine energy will always win. Because nature has no walls or no standard. And that's just what it is. That's just what it is.
You do. You get to sit back and watch the stepkids mess their life up. It's that simple. How many stepdads sit back and you want to punish the child, but you can't because the mother has authority on them. The child is bad, but she still...
Hey, it goes back down. And if you go ahead and break it down to a lady, it takes a village to raise a child, and you with this lady, her kid's acting up, and you all go ahead and make a correction, do that. Do that. And if she ain't down with that, then you don't even need to go ahead and be with her anyways, god damn it. Period. Again, it takes a village to raise a child. That motherfucker acting up, even if it's not my child, even if I'm not even with the lady, and I see some bullshit happening, you better call it out. You better go ahead and get on the ass. That's not how you play around here. You get your life best up. If you don't do that, you're doing a disservice to your community. You're doing a disservice to the future. You're doing a disservice to everybody around. If you don't go ahead and, especially early. That shit is true. It takes a village to raise a child. If you do not correct bad behavior immediately, he or she is always going to continually do this and go ahead and be a detriment to others for years to come, based on not trying to correct it as a people, as a community of human beings. That's our duty.
Pandering to children. She's still pandering you. That's what you're going to face whenever you're dating a single mother. All right, next video we got the wrap-up show with another one. They always coming with good content. And this is going to be how women
she got a
predict what's going to be popular. Let's get to it.
Black women, they look for characteristics of black men and non-black men, because I could list people like Chad Hanks. He started speaking patois, y'all. Tommy from Power, you know, he act like a black man. Black women on that nigga. Obviously, the Jack Harlows, the G-Eazys of the world. It's very easy for white men to come into this space and black women.
Look, I'm gonna stop it right here. As a man, and a so-called black man, because at the end of the day, none of that race shit really matters. None of this skin color really matters. None of this shit really matters, man. Back in the day, they called you by reason of where you were from, not by the color of your skin. So that the reason why they have it now, a lot of division. We're all a human race in this motherfucker. Where you from is where you from, though. You know what I'm saying? As a man, though, period, why the fuck are you worried about another man and what women want? You're trying to correct black women to like, or and I guess not liking, or basically you're disappointed or mad about black women liking non-black white males, but they're acting as, those males are acting as if they're black, and black women are condoning it. Hey, baby, that's how the world goes round, fam. That's how the world goes round. If they like that shit, they like that shit. It probably ain't for you. Those women ain't for you. Not all black women are about that shit, I'll tell you that. So the fact that this person is nitpicking about this or about the culture, any woman that lives off the internet is not real. Any person that lives their stuff off the internet is not a real person. You know what I'm saying? I just feel that personally. The internet is not for real people. You know what I'm saying? Everything on the internet is not for real people. Let me go ahead and correct that. Everything on the internet is not made for real people. hope I said that correctly. Everything that's on the internet, mostly everything, I should say, mostly everything on the internet is not made for real people. If you can discern real versus fake on the internet, you're winning. There's a saying that goes, believe half of what you see and none that you hear. You know, if that's what they like and they're showing down the internet, because a lot of people just do this shit for attention. And to keep it a buck with you on the internet, because this is where we get our statistics from, or at least our visual statistics from. Oh, you see a lot of black women in the comment sections going ahead and liking X, Y, and Z. Man, they just liking that shit for attention, possibly. They just liking that shit. Maybe they just like it, but they probably won't do that for real. You know what I'm saying? The internet is pretty skewed. The internet is such a mass consciousness that, you know what I'm saying, people be trolling on that motherfucker. Doesn't mean that they real about their intentions. Doesn't mean, you know, that's who they really are. A lot of people live in the alter ego life, man. Alter ego life. I said ego. Damn. Fucking up. Alter ego life. So at the end of the day, you don't know what's what, really. You know, you can only go based off what the experience you've personally experienced, you know, especially if you've been out there a lot. You've been out there a lot, you know, dating different women, liking different women. You don't know what patterns you're going to see. You're going to find something. How most of the women in your life are. So, this guy worried about what black women like, bro, fuck all that. Or worried about what any woman like. Fuck all that, man. Fuck them niggas. If it ain't for me, I don't give a fuck.
Gravitate towards them. And like she said, black women do control what's popular in rap music. Artists will create certain songs specifically for black.
If rap music ain't doing, if the rap music you're listening to ain't benefiting you, don't listen to it. Why you listen to these artists? If they're talking about killing, all this bullshit, fucking bitches all the time, and they ain't talking about getting money, don't listen to them. If these rappers ain't talking about getting money, or if they're only talking about fucking bitches, gang shit, while getting money, that's not the way to go. Only follow rappers that are highly motivated, or they're talking about money, or talk about how real their lifestyle is. You know what I'm saying? As far as, you know, them trying to, you know, get a better mentality. So, for example, me personally, I listen to Larry June, Currency, Nipsey, Dom Kennedy. A lot of these people are independent artists that go ahead and talk about very uplifting things, I would say, personally, or, you know, very motivating things to get your life in order. You know what I'm saying? To really motivate you to, you know, be better. And at the end of the day, you shouldn't need the music to be motivated. You should be motivated internally. You should be grateful and thankful every single day. At the end of the day, what's for you will be for you. As long as your mentality, as long as the mentality is right, your reality is better. So that's the real game.
Black women to twerk in the club, whether it's degrading them or not, y'all gonna dance to it, y'all gonna support it.
He's right. He is absolutely right. Why do you think the community is where it is right now? It's because they have complete control over the woman.
Fury Road. I've been thinking.
When you can control the woman, then you can control what comes out of the woman. Once you're able to predict how society is going to run by first controlling the woman, it's easy to divide and conquer. That's what's happening right now.
Yes. Yes, that's true. But as men, if you're really strong-willed, if we're able to be strong-willed, we will ignore the bullshit. Because at the end of the day, if you don't give the woman attention, they ain't gonna do it. They ain't gonna do it. They ain't gonna do it. You start giving them attention, you see how that shit will work. You know what I'm saying? And it's not necessarily controlling the woman, but you're able to manipulate the situation to benefit you and what your liking is. That's why you gotta say you love them. This is why you gotta say certain things. Only say you love them if you really love them. I'm not condoning by any means. If you don't love the bitch, don't say that. If you don't love the lady, don't say that. That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is if you're truly feeling that, and you truly felt that, indeed, there's nothing wrong with saying that at all. At all. But there's certain look, women love to be played with at the end of the day. Just make sure you play them right. That's it. Once you play them right, they'll do anything you say, bruh. Anything you say once you do these things right. You know what I'm saying? It takes some serious game. It's a whole 24/7, 365 on top of your game. You cannot have one slip up. And if you do slip up, you better know how to recover better and quickly. You feel me? That's all it is. And that takes years of work. I'm not even there at that type of level of game, to be honest with you. But I know what it is so far. And I know what I'm trying to gain and obtain from it. It takes years. I would say by the time I'm probably 33, I'll be a master in it doing it. Because I will have enough experience for sure. There's things I need to go ahead and gain and understand about other women too. You know what I'm saying? When I get the money that I will get and deserve to get, you know, the game is gonna be even more open. I'm going to see more women than I am currently. And I get to have a better sense of what it is from the top to the bottom. From the bottom to the top, I should say. I feel like every man should strive for that as well. If you're not there, you're going to get there someday.
But what you have to understand is, in the community, everyone is brainwashed. Everyone's under illusion because that's how society stays functional. You need somebody to work for free, someone that doesn't know how to build. That's what's happening in the community. Has been completely separated. But when it comes to women, women suffer more insecurities than what they show men. This is how come the malls are filled up for women to spend money. This is why everything is geared around buttering up women. Why? Because they all want to feel good because of the way that their emotions are ran, which is why the world has become more feminine and have given the women power. But women's power is very moody because women's mood change from day to day. What do I mean? You've given power to something that's unpredictable based off of the emotions. In this society, we're headed downhill because we're on an emotional roller coaster. And everyone knows the emotional list is the one that's going to win. The next video that we have is going to be the game. And this
one thing I'll say is, I have to say is, the world always been feminine. The physical world has always been feminine. As in the ground that we walk on is always feminine. Now it's up for the men to go ahead and make law and order. To go ahead and control it. Because at the end of the day, nature does have laws, but they're not laws that are necessarily, I'm going to say they're not set. They're not laws that are necessarily etched in stone, if that makes sense. They're laws that are based on experience, if that makes sense. Laws that are based on experience, like, for example, the law of gravity, the law of inertia, things like that. Like, the law of gravity is, what goes up must come down. In that gist, the law of inertia is, whatever is in motion will remain in motion unless a certain act is there to stop it. Same thing with whatever is still will remain still until a certain act is upon it, right? But nature doesn't know that, but men's observance knows that. So you make this certain law, right, in the society of this is this, right? You know what I'm saying? Like, nature doesn't even care about the consequences. Men care about the consequences, so men go ahead and make it official. This is the law. While nature just does what nature does. Now we go ahead and try our best to correct that or put that into some order when it does happen. You know, that's for the society. This is why men get punished more than women. Women don't know necessarily what they're doing or the danger that it may cause, but they just do anyways. They just go ahead and do anyways. They don't know, they don't understand the magnitude because they're just going based off emotions. Right? Once you go based off emotions, you have no understanding what's going to happen. You just do, and if this destruction happens, then you feel sorry afterwards. If you are sorry, you know what I'm saying? But once you put the law in order, right, especially when it comes down to the human aspect of femininity, yes, we can go ahead and do our best to correct that. We can go ahead and physically try to correct that as much as we can. But doing that and putting order into women can keep them in order for so long, right? And if order does happen until everything is kind of uniform and everything is kind of the same, right? There's men out there that are going to want that upper hand. The men out there, there's weak men out there are going to play this game to their likeness, right? They want to go ahead and put something in the woman's ear. This is why you have the serpent in the garden. And the serpent says, you don't got to listen to Adam. You don't got to listen to God. You can do X, Y, and Z. You're not going to get in trouble, which was true. She didn't do, when she did bite the apple, when Eve bought the apple, nothing happened. Adam saw this and Adam was like, oh, we can do this, you know? And then once Adam did it, that's when the whole world had crumbled based on the man following the woman. That's our first mistake. So this is why we should to be leaders and either ignore the woman and her faulty actions or correct the woman in her faulty actions. That's the order. And lead by example and not follow suit with what the woman does that is faulty. As we read the Bible, that's what it really says, for real, for real. So it all starts with us and ends with us. That's a bare responsibility. And then when you're a man, you're born into a man's world, and it's not your world, it could be definitely tough because you wanted to make it to your world and your liking. Now, again, it goes back to the vision raise a child. Now, depending on who you were raised by and what type of energy and what type of set of laws and rules that they let down to you, it's going to mold you into whatever it is and going to make you promote whatever that is that you go ahead and you want to go ahead and grow up on. So it's a full circle moment for sure.
This is a video that came across World Star that I wanted to do what this girl is going to do with some Balenciaga shoes. The volume's kind of low, but I'm going to try to pump it up for you, so let's get to it. The name of the video is "The Game Dares a Fan to Dig Through the Garbage for Some Balenciaga After Recognizing Him at the Mall."
You gotta dig in the trash can. First thing you find food-wise, you just gotta be.
Hold on. If this is real, because this is what I'm saying, believe half of what you see and none of what you hear. This could be fake and this done for clout. Knowing the game, he does a lot of shit for clout. That's all I'm gonna say here. Again, sometimes it's hard for me to take certain videos seriously because, bruh, at the end of the day, a lot of this shit is staged. This is the internet. A lot of this stuff not real. Believe half of what you see and none of what you hear. Do your research, as they say. Even me, you don't even gotta believe me. But this is my experience, and I'm just letting y'all know my opinion. And I'm not acting, I'm not putting on the act. This is real. At the end of the day, especially on the internet, it's a definitely believe a half of what you see and none of what you hear on this motherfucker right here. Especially when it comes down to entertainment. There's nothing educational about it whatsoever. If it's entertainment, believe half of what you see and none of what you hear. If it's a distraction, as far as it's not mentally stimulating you, believe half of what you see and none of what you hear.
The dare was for her to get something out of Balenciaga, she had to go to a trash can, find the first piece of food, and eat it. Let's see what happens.
She got a mask on. Hold on. That's another thing I want to. Bitch got a whole mask on, bruh, in the mall. I'm pretty sure quarantine been over. I know this is LA. I know California can be a little strict, but at the end of the day, the game not wearing a mask. She wearing a mask. And then she go ahead and dig in the trash, go ahead and drink some old ass Starbucks. I don't know if I believe that, to be honest with you. I don't know if I believe that. She can't be that stupid. She can't be that dumb. Goddamn. As much as gullible women can be, goddamn, I don't know about that. Just saying.
He took her into Balenciagas. What y'all think? Y'all think he smashed? He may have smashed, but then again, that's the game. He's used to this type of stuff. That's just something for the internet that I thought I'll react to.
Hey, yo, real talk. Another thing I've been seeing a lot on the internet today, YouTube, all this shit. A lot of these people, content creators, will react to certain videos and portray as if it's real. Like, I don't understand. I really don't understand what comprehends these people not to think and be like, yo, this might be staged, or yo, I shouldn't be talking about this. This is woman nature or man's nature or whatever nature, because this shit could be staged and they just might be doing it for attention. You know what I'm saying? They might just be doing this shit for attention. At the end of the motherfucking day, I'm going to keep saying this. Even though I'm on the internet saying this, believe half of what you see and none of what you hear. If it's a distraction, if it's not mentally stimulating you, it's not giving you any real information or real game, it's some bullshit. This right here, I'm just going to say is some bullshit. I'm not going to portray this as real. Like how some of these content creators and reactors do. They be like, oh shit, I can't believe women be this gullible to do this because it's the game, you know? That's the reason why he's doing it, because it's a celebrity, this, that, and the third. Look, I know some real women they ain't gonna fall for this bullshit. They ain't gonna do this bullshit. So for me personally, I think it's staged. I don't think it's real. The bitch got a mask on and then go ahead and put her. It just doesn't make sense to me. Come on now, get the fuck up out of here.
What would you do in that situation for Balenciagas?
For some Balenciagas, man, like, is it really that serious, bitch? Like, I don't know, man. She really filthy. But at the end of the day, I'm gonna go ahead and end this video because I'm already sick of this. But yeah, let me know what y'all want. Let me know what y'all want me to react to. I'll go ahead and do it, man. Go ahead and subscribe, like, comment, all that jazz, man. Really trying to get this YouTube thing popping. I want to give a new perspective to the game. I really think it's a very important one because a lot of these YouTubers are trying to play the field. I'm not with playing the field. I'm not playing with what the consensus is. I'm going to try to give you the truth as much as possible, at least my truth. And at the end of the day, man, we're going to make it do what it do, and we're going to rock how we're going to rock. And we're going to see, man. I'm trying to get up there. I'm trying to get my voice heard. I feel like I have a lot of important things to say and my opinions to share just based on my life. And you know what I'm saying? I'm a young 28. I just turned 28 3 months ago. So, I still work a 9 to 5. I still know what real life is. A lot of these people live in the internet lifestyle. You trying to compare, it's not the same. They live with a whole bunch of fraudsters and people who don't say who they really are. At the end of the day, you know, if people were looking at you for clout, you know, they're looking to get something off you. They're looking to waste your time. They're looking to take your energy. So at the end of the day, being in the real world now, I'll say it's definitely changed in the last 2 years after, you know, the whole lockdown. But if you want to hear more insight and game about that, go ahead and let me know. Comment below. Share this up. I know this is a long one, even though I'm going to edit it. Probably going to be an hour or something like that. I'm not sure. Hope not. But hey, it is what it is because I don't see none of the time when I'm recording this. So let me know what it is. Let me know if you feel like you learned something. Let me know if I'm shit or not. So I'm out, bruh. Peace. Y'all have a blessed day.
Me personally,